So we're back out fishing. We're back at Norton Disney, and this time I'm fishing Pettiest Lake. It's a lake I've never fished before, but I do know sort of last winter it had really good winter form. This winter it's been throwing up a few fish as well. It's a Monday, we're out for 24 hours, parked in the little car park where the shop is, walked down the bank, saw Peg 2 was available, and I feel Pettiest, if you can fish that sort of, the swims that offer you that central area of the lake, you are in with a good shout on Pettiest in winter. So yeah, Peg 2 was free, so I was like, oh, back to the shop, got my ticket, paid my money, stuck the ticket on the bucket, come down, stuck the bucket in Peg 2, and yeah, happy days. We're in with a real good shout, I think. I have brought a bit of corn with me and a little bit of pellet. I was going to do some baiting up, I'll have a go at that later, but if I'm honest, fishing is very challenging due to the wind. The wind is absolutely horrendous. By the time I sort of cast my rigs out, hit the clip, try and feel it down, then get the line out the clip, there's a massive bow in the line. So yeah, that's a bit of a pain, but yeah, we've just got to deal with these things. You could probably hear the wind now. I've had to actually put my bivvy on its side because it's a sort of westerly wind. It's a bit chilly, and yeah, that's my view, sort of the corner of the lake this session. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I say, Pettiest has got some amazing fish in here. I think the biggest is 46 pound, got about 270 fish as well, loads of 30 pounders. So yeah, I just fancied something a little bit different. I'm fishing my sort of standard tactics that I've been fishing lately. Got 2 on the Ronnies, but fishing the wafter style with the little mesh bags. I'll put an overlay on how I do those mesh bags. It's a little twist on a tip I did on a couple of videos ago where I dunk the solid bag and then dunk it in the cell ground bait. But yeah, I do the same with the mesh bags basically. Dunk that in the chorizo liquid, the oil, and then dunk that in the cell ground bait mix. It's been a good little tactic. I feel it just offers a little tiny high attract mouthful. On the pink one, I've sort of whittled that bait down as well as much as I can. So that's on the mainline one, but I'll put an overlay again, showing you the rigs and the hook baits I'm using this session. But yeah, I'll do that, and yeah, I'm super confident. Big winds, I've got to be churning that water up. It is about 8 degrees, so it's not particularly warm, I'll say that, but yeah, in the bivvy you're all right, but in that wind it is a bit chilly. But what I'll do, I'll flip that camera around and I'll show you exactly where I'm fishing. So all 3 rods have been wrapped up to 21 wraps. I found a lovely bar out there at 21, and if you can see the big sort of gap in the trees there, that's the right hand rod, and the middle rod is to the birch there, and the left one is just to that sort of dip there. All 3 at 21. It was a good cast about with a Korda Pro blade, just sort of exploring the area. If I come too far right, I hit weed. If I come too close, sort of like 16 and a half wraps, you hit weed again. But 21, you're just on that bar and it is nice and clear as long as you fish sort of where I've just said there. I am going to redo them rods in a bit, because 2 of them I'm sort of happy with. 1 of them I'm not overly happy with, so I'm going to redo all 3. And so I'm going to leave it till around, I'll say, sort of 2-3 o'clock, then I'm going to redo them then, because it's 20 odd mile an hour wind now, as you can see. She's proper blowy, and sort of in a few hours, in 3 hours, at 2-3 o'clock, it's supposed to die down a little bit, so it might just enable me to sort of get them rods out a bit more effectively and get that bow out of the line a bit easier. But yeah, there's some, I don't know, let's see if I can zoom in straight across there. there's 2 bivvies there. That's peg 11. Is it 11 and 12? They're fishing right in the teeth of the wind, but their bivvy doors are zipped up. And I do know the lad in peg 11, the bailiff said he's actually had one. So yeah, they've certainly followed that wind. But where I'm fishing here, to my right hand rod, to that gap there in them trees, that's you know, that's sort of in the zone. So yeah, I'm quietly optimistic, looking forward to it. Thought I'd try something different, fish the lake I've never fished before, and yeah, give it a whirl, and fingers crossed we can make something happen this session. But right, I'm going to sit back, put that kettle on, and try and get a, well, not try, have a brew and try and warm up a little bit. But right, I'll catch you later. So that wind has died off a little bit, just a little bit. It's a little bit calmer. So what I'm going to give it a go and try and do a little bit of spotting. I've got the MIDI X spot, so, and I've soaked some boilie in rainwater that I got out of my water butt, just so I like doing that, because that sort of not only does it wash the baits out, and I can sort of crush them up and mould them together sort of in a big bowl, but it'll add a nice bit of weight to the spot, which will certainly help me getting me spot out there at 21 wraps. But the mix I've got is nothing fancy. Basically, it's like I say, Saz boilies, Trent based Saz, soaked. They're going to get all crushed up and put in the spot. A little bit of pellet and a little bit of corn, that's all. So let's give it a go now. Try and do a little bit of spotting, and let's see how that goes. But it's not going to be accurate. I'm going to claim that I'm fishing it on a tennis court. That's going to be my my area, because yeah, there's going to be no accurate baiting for sure, and yeah, in this wind. But I just want to put a bit out there, because say I'm not going to go mad. I'm going to try for 10 spots, but we'll see how we go with that one, because I've got a feeling it's going to be too hard and we'll not get any out there at all. But we'll see, you never know. So right, stop waffling, let's have a go at the spotting. But look at that, in the back of this bivvy, out that breeze, it is really, really nice. But when you stood there out in the teeth of the wind, whew, it's funky. Right, let's get this spotting done, let's see how we get on. So all 3 rods are now done. They're sat there, all sweet. I'm a lot more happier now. 2 of them went out, no dramas. 3rd one, right hand rod. I think it was the wind, it sort of grabbed the line and wrapped it round the first eye, and yeah, and that was the one on the little funnel web bag. So yeah, it fell well short to redo that one. But apart from that, got it back out. Second go on that one, it's in the zone. And yeah, the only pain, like I said, has been tightening up the bow in the line, because that's been horrendous. But it's awkward really. So I've got my nice big Fox dumpy bobbins on, can you see them? And they look sexy, they do. But they're just a bit heavier than them stows, and because the line sort of slides through them, you can click the bobbin on and sort of use the bobbin to tension the line. I do feel it's a lot more sensitive, a lot more smooth than sort of me doing it in this wind. Because of the toe, it's hard to sort of feel the lead and feel when you're in contact with your rig, and especially the solid bag one. I don't want to move that once that's out. But yeah, so let the bobbin do the work for you, that's what I'll say. But all 3 of them are out. I'm quite happy. Let me try and risk walking to the front of the swim in the wind. Apologies. But yeah, look at that. They're all out, middle of the pond. We've got a bit of bait out. It's, what is it, 2:30. Son will be in another hour and a half, but yeah, she looks lovely. Look at that. Look at that. Just a quick look round the swim. They're still leaving the nets, the landing net, the mat and the sling out, because usually at winter they put all that away, but yeah, they're still leaving them out for now. And what a lovely swim for sure. And the beauty is, oh, where are you? There, look. There's my van. Oh, Billy No Mate's up there on its own, but that's a nice walk up that path. A nice pack up tomorrow, especially seeing as I'm fishing a 24-hour session. That'd be nice and convenient. But I feel I've learnt a lot. I think there is weed out there. You've got to fish accurately on this lake. You can't sort of chance it. Because that one I wasn't happy with had actually snagged in some weed. So yeah, you've got to know you're fishing accurately, which in winds 20 mile an hour is extremely difficult. So I'm back in about 10 days time. If it's really windy, I might not come on this lake. I might fish one of the easier lakes, but I'm sort of hoping it's winter time. It's probably going to be a lot colder, but not as windy. So, well, that's my hope, and then I can fish a bit more accurate, get on them spots and fish 2 on a spot properly, because I'm not 2 on a dustbin lid for sure. I'm more like 3 on a 5-a-side caught really, but yeah, never mind, it is what it is. But I've certainly got a chance while them rods are out there, and there's a bit of bait spread over a massive area out there. There is every opportunity that we can sneak a fish this session, which would be nice. I'm having a blinding year fishing wise. It's been amazing, it's been brilliant. New PB, that common, and yeah, it's been a great year, and I've caught really well. So I caught last session. I'm expecting a blank this session, if I'm honest. I'm up against it, 24 hours, hardest lake, these winds. I'm making me excuses now, I'm getting them in there, but yeah, it's just nice to be out, it is. So I'm gonna kick back, lay on that bed. Well, I'm gonna have a brew first. Just lay down, watch the bit of water that I can see from my swim. See, I think I can just see over me right hand rod where that's fishing. The rest of it I can't see anything but sort of peg 1 there, and is that 13 I think. But yeah, it's looking good. So get that kettle on, hopefully report back soon with a fish. It's starting to feel proper cold, but I've put my temperature gauge in the water, and last session it was 11.7, and look what we're at now, 8.3. That has dropped loads. But while them rods are out there, there's every opportunity. Look at that. Tell you what, winter time, gonna have to get some epic sunsets, that's for sure. Look at the clarity of that water. Can you pick that up? That is proper clear, that. Proper clear. But them carp can see absolutely everything. So, I'm gonna give it 10 minutes. Get me tea. It won't be long before it's pitch black. We've got long old dark nights this time of year, haven't we? But never mind. It's just nice to be out, if I'm honest. Right, let's chill out for a bit. So it's coming to the end of the first day, and that right hand rod, I've just redone that one because I have just seen a fish. You see that platform, the first one there, that's where they moor the boat up. I've just seen a fish to the, well, in line with the cutout in the trees there, 10-2. So you see a fish show. I've got the Korda Pro blade out, flicked that out, right on its head, dragged it back, put the Fox grappling lead out. Well, clipped it up obviously, wrapped it up, 10.2 wraps, put the Fox grappler out, drag that back, did it twice. It is clear as anything. A lovely drop as well. That wind pushing into this corner, I may have missed a trick, if I'm honest. I've gone, how shall I say it, I've gone with a plan in mind of fishing middle of the lake, because that's where all the carp were getting caught from last winter. Doesn't mean that it's the same this, does it? So yeah, this strong wind, I've still got two out there, but we're now fishing one down this margin. So let's see, put a little sweet corn mainline clone wafter on that one with a little mesh bag, little funnel web oily bag, flick that out. It's gone down, lovely drop. So I know it's fishing effectively, and yeah, and I've got the catapult out, put about 8 baits around it, just Trent bait SARS, that's all. And yeah, I think that's it. That's my roll of the dice. Not going to be doing anything else tonight unless we get any action off them rods. So yeah, it's going to be my last bit of filming, unless we catch something. Failing that, I'll catch back up with you in the morning. But look at it. It's looking nice. And that wind's died down a bit as well. Just a little bit, but yeah, it's now 13 mile per hour. It's better than 20 for sure. So right, stop banging on. Gonna chill out, watch a bit of YouTube, have a coffee first, then watch a bit of YouTube, and yeah, let's see what happens through the night. Super excited. All right, fingers crossed. I'll report back soon with a fish. So it's 7:30 in the morning. Never had a single bleep until 10 minutes ago when a swan went across my line. So yeah, that's the only bit of action all night. And it is very, very, very cold as well. I think there's 4 of us on Pettiest, and as far as I'm aware, so I've got eyes on them lads directly opposite there. I've not seen them catch anything, I've not heard any alarms go, so I think since I've been here it's fishing difficult, and it is bloody freezing. Just made myself a brew, and you can probably see the steam coming off that. So yeah, it's proper cold, and yeah, I've got to admit, bit of a wimp last night. First time this year the hot water bottle's been out. I made that late last night. My feet were freezing, so yeah, but I'm not embarrassed to say I need a hot water bottle in winter at all, because when you're cold it's not nice. So yeah, it made a big difference. Another pain. I love my Tempest, it's a great little bivvy, but inside, if we pick that up, probably not it is absolutely saturated. That's because I didn't put the skull cap on, because I feel in strong winds it acts like a kite, and you can feel the bivvy trying to lift in really strong winds, and yeah, I always get paranoid it's gonna like rip it off or sort of whip the bivvy up and rip it out of the ground. And it was super strong winds yesterday, so yeah, the result of not putting my skull cap on is the bivvy is wet inside. Great bivvies, but what a raw pain they are. So yeah, I think, what have I got? 4.5 hours left. I'm got to be away for 12. So there's every opportunity for me to catch one. Biggest takeaway from fishing this lake, I shouldn't have come with a preconceived idea of having fishing all my rods out in the middle. I should have probably started with one down this margin, maybe gone longer, because that's where the wind's been hacking down. So that's a rookie mistake from me. And another takeaway is how up and down this lake is. It is really, really egg boxy, really, really bad. And I feel that fishing sort of out there at 21 wraps, you've got to be fishing accuracy. You know, once you find, you've got to fish accurate when you find them spots, which was mega difficult yesterday in them winds. So for me, I'd probably avoid this lake because of how accurate you've got to fish when it's really, really windy. Well, it was that crosswind, a 20 mile an hour going left to right. For me, I can't be that accurate at 21 wraps at all. It was really hard, but it's really hard to feel the leg down. It's all of it. It's against you, isn't it? So yeah, but yeah, the biggest takeaway is when you get that pro blade out and you mark a rod, how up and down it is. It is mental. So yeah, but I've enjoyed the session. If we can round it off with a fish, it'll be an absolute great mega session. But fishing the lake, never fished before. It's a nice lake as well. Good thing at Disney, I feel, you get plenty of water for each swim. I mean, I've got a good bit of water here, and I think there's 4 pegs down this bank, which is nothing really. So yeah, I fished 21. I think I can go 24 straight out in front, or 23 3/4, I think it equates to. And the guy directly opposite, he can go up to about 27. So yeah, you've got ample water in front of you for sure. So, but anyway, right, I'm going to kick back, enjoy my toffee nut latte, and hopefully report back soon with a fish. One thing I like to do with my porridge, because I like really, really thick porridge, is I buy 2 of these pots, just a bog standard original, and always one with some fruit in. Stick them both in one. As long as you brim it with your boiling water, give it a good stir, you get just the right amount in there, and it's really, really nice. Only if you like thick porridge though, because it is on the thick side. But yeah, I think this time of year, winter, you can't beat a bit of porridge, can you? I'm still camping, unfortunately. Just had the swan wipe out the right hand rod, just dragged my line, so I've reeled that in, wrapped it up, put a orange tutti frutti on that one, just flicked it back down that margin. So yeah, nothing on it, no bag or anything, just as it is. So let's see what happens. But certainly looking a nice morning this morning. Looking great view out there. Lovely mornings. You get some epic sunsets and sunrises this time of year, don't you? You sure do. But Right, I'm going to get this porridge down me, warm my cockles, and hopefully we'll report back soon with a last minute blank saver. But we're certainly up against it. Never mind. So it's coming to the end of the session now. Got 20 minutes left, got most of the stuff packed away, bivvy's empty, bed's all in the van. I just keep taking a few bits at a time. That's the beauty of fishing so close to your vehicle. But yeah, it's been a funny old session. To my knowledge, one fish has come out. To the lad opposite there, he had one about an hour ago. So yeah, I feel that sun, typical, the sun's come out. It's actually a nice day now, but when you've got to go, when your ticket runs out, you've got to go, aren't you? So yeah, I'm due to come back fishing in 10 days time, all being well, as long as work doesn't get in the way or anything else. I think I'm going to come back to Disney as well. As for which lake, I don't know. I'll just I'm not going to have them preconceived ideas. I'm just going to turn up and fish wherever fancies me. Because I'd already made the decision I was coming on Pettiest, depending on what pegs were available that offered that central area of the lake. But yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to rock up, walk round like I usually do, and sort of pick a lake and start fishing them. But it's been a nice session. I've learnt a hell of a lot about this lake. Like I said earlier, it's very egg boxy. I think you've got to be really super accurate on them spots, and yeah, that's my takeaway. And yeah, there you go. But yeah, it's been a good session. Not going to do any more waffling now. This one on rods goes ripping off. This will be my last bit of filming. I'd like to thank everybody who's supporting the channel, everyone who hits likes, everyone who puts a comment, everyone who watches the videos. The channel's coming along greatly, and all the support from you lot, from everybody who watches them, is massively appreciated. It truly is. And like I said before on previous videos, even if it's a camping session, the videos go up, show the realities, the struggles of fishing, especially in winter. Well, struggles at any time. We all have them barren runs, don't we? But yeah, I'm waffling on a bit. Gonna wrap it up here. Last one on rods goes ripping off. Last bit of filming. Tight lines. Take care. See you on the next one.